Hey, hey, we are live. Good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are. Good, very late evening for some of our friends in Europe. What's up, people?
Hey,
How's it going? What's going on?
happy Crimson Tuesday.
Happy Crimson Tuesday. What's up, Cosmic Void, Blah Holtzen? What's up, Slats? I saw you in there. Deluxe Tux, Mousimus. It's cool that you can chat before we're even starting. We do get those 3 a.m. people in here. Jim makes games. It's usually pretty late for him.
Yep.
Judith Butler's lover is always super late. Who else? There's a few other people that are pretty late for them.
Yeah, or it's the next day for other people.
Yeah,
That's
we
how
we
late
have
it
a couple
is.
people in Japan, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now that we're just starting, but might as well talk about something that Julie and I were speaking about. We were thinking about adding to, well, I say loosely because it was, if it's a really bad idea, I'll take credit for it. Um, if it's a good idea, then Julia can have the credit for
Okay,
it.
fair enough.
We were thinking about adding a little small news segment to the streams. And it doesn't have to be video gaming exactly, but I was thinking it would be either gaming or something nerdy related, either way.
Nerdily related.
Nerdily related, that makes sense. We need a news theme. Yeah, we do, right? If we were like Jimble, so like my buddy on the shirt here, we would have all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of that stuff. He has his news sportscasting thing. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff. Sweet music back in the background. I don't know if we'll get there, but at least we'll discuss something. And I had an article for today. It's really short, but I don't know if we'll even bother with it. We'll see if this is a good idea or a bad idea. I thought you were gonna say add another section to the game. No, 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 no. 7 chapters, and then that's gonna wrap up. Well, 7 chapters and what do they call it at the end of the game?
um, well,
Not a
I can epilogue maybe.
epilogue.
Yeah,
Epilogue.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's part of
yeah.
the plan.
Yeah, Blaholson was just commenting about the jewelry tonight. I've got these like kind of Art Deco looking costume jewelry earrings that I did not make, and this Labradorite bead necklace that I did make. And if you kind of you can see when I kind
Hold
of
on.
tilt it and turn it.
Let me switch it to you.
Oh, wow.
There we
Okay.
go.
Very well. Okay, yes. So, um, the earrings are kind of Art Deco style earrings, costume jewelry earrings that I bought a while back, and the necklace is Labradorite. And if I kind of turn and tilt the beads a bit, you can see they kind of have this blue fire in them that is what is called labradorescence, which is kind of beautiful iridescence. And I have like a graduated sizing of them. So the biggest ones are the front. I've got about three different sizes of labradorite beads in this one, I think, on kind of a sterling silver chain potentially that is already tarnishing. But yeah, I love how they're mostly gray, but if you tilt them and turn them to the light, you get all kinds of beautiful color effects. So that's what the jewelry is tonight.
Can you talk a little bit about the stone?
Oh, sure. Well, it's called Labradorite because it was first discovered in Labrador in Canada, which is sort of like far eastern Canada.
Is that
Um,
Newfoundland?
yeah, Newfoundland and Labrador is what that area is called. But I
Okay,
think it's a separate region. I even think it's a weird different time zone. I feel like it's like it's a half time zone ahead of maybe Newfoundland even. But
interesting.
yeah, it's called Labradorite because of that, but you can find it all over the world. And yeah, it's a really gorgeous, beautiful stone. And I've said before on many occasions that it is one of my favorites, possibly because of its Canadian origin, but I love how the subtlety of it. And you can buy big chunks of it for fairly cheap, and it's just a gorgeous piece to have.
And it's iridescent, kind of like tiger eye or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So Tiger Eye has something called chatoyescence, which is another type of that a visual phenomenon based on the internal structure of the gemstone or the mineral. And labradorescence is specific to labradorite, which is why it has its own name. And
It
yes,
sounds
good,
like it's
musically
a.
inspired.
It
Newfoundland
sounds
is half an hour ahead. Yeah, weird.
that is weird. Grew up in Newfoundland. What's up? First of all, what's up? Musically inspired. Thanks
Yeah,
for
it's
being
good to
here,
see.
Eden Waith, Dave Orr. What's up? Um, It sounds like a man-made stone, but it's clearly not a man-made stone.
No, no, no. It's natural. It's wonderful.
And it's not expensive, but it's not common at the same time.
Yeah, well, I don't know how common it is, but so it's pretty inexpensive. But I think it's just a gorgeous stone. They have different grades of it. This is kind of, I think this was some of these are grade A, which is why you can kind of see the beautiful, and some of them are better than others. Of course, you can get higher grades like double or triple A, which would be even got more blue in it. Yes, in Blahalton, there's a dog breed named after that place. They're called Newfie dogs, Newfoundland dogs. They have these big black dogs that apparently love water. But I don't think I've really seen them around. I think they must be pretty rare nowadays. But yeah, they do. They're famous for that kind of dog.
Newfoundland and not the Labrador, though.
No, no, no. I don't think. Wouldn't that be funny? I really should look that up. But yeah, why are Labrador retrievers called Labrador retrievers?
I don't know. I know nothing about dogs.
Oh,
Uh,
Newfoundland. Is it Newfoundland musically inspired? That's how it's supposed to be
Newfoundland.
pronounced. Yeah.
Really? Really? You wouldn't think so. Everybody I
Newfound land.
Thank you, somebody, for something. Once I fix this, I'll figure out what that means. I think somebody followed, but thank you for
Oh,
following.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland? Oh, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
No, get out of town.
It's better than Newfoundland because Newfoundland
Newfoundland.
sounds
Long A and land. Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
Long A is A though. Like a long vowel sound is
Newfoundland.
is you better be speaking
We're clearly
land. But
land.
that's not a long A sound technically. Like a long E sound is E and a long I sound is I. But that was a long time ago. I could be wrong.
We're clearly not qualified to
No,
speak
no.
on this
So
subject.
pronunciation. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're not linguists here.
It's pronounced Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Oh, here we go. Jim Matt has Labrador breed dates back to at least the 1830s when St. John's water dogs bred by European settlers in Newfoundland were first introduced to Britain from ships trading between Canada and Poole and Dorsetshire. Dorsetshire. It's probably pronounced Dorsetshire, I'm assuming.
Man,
Labrador
I'm not
breed.
even gonna try that anymore.
Yeah,
we're
I've given
clearly
up
we're
too.
clearly in over our heads
We're gonna
already.
stop talking about it right now so we can stop pronouncing it.
We've been
And mangling
streaming now live for well, it says 11 minutes, but that's not even right because we've only been streaming for less than that and we're already in over our heads.
No,
So
let's move on.
is not a good start to
No.
our but the interesting little piece of news that we were going to talk about to add to our segment, and maybe, you guys can tell us if this is interesting or stupid or good idea, bad idea, whatever, or you can just redeem and get back to work. What's up, Fractal Mind Mike? Yeah, just definitely tell us if you like it or don't like it. Oh yeah, thank you for shouting out our buddy Fractal Mind Mike. Yeah, you should check
Oh,
out Fractal Mind Mike because his
that's
streams
broken.
are great. That link is broken.
Yes.
Oh, because there's an at sign in there. There we go.
There.
Anyway, the Judith Butler's lover. We were just talking about you. There was a company recently that made the news because they got a $15 million, let's see what it says. Let's see if I can switch this up and we can read it all at the same time. There we go. Oh, you can see that I haven't fixed my keyboard angle. There we go.
Oh, you got to have a little bit of knee showing because before
I'll
it
show
was too
some knee.
low.
Don't worry. There'll be some gratuitous knee. Oh, there's some foot. There'll be some gratuitous knee
Oh
and
God.
perhaps some foot as well.
That's why we're set to mature.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. We live in a time bookended by extremes. Many believe our future is in space, where one day humans will live across the solar system. Looking back, we see evidence of a wild planet where giant creatures once roamed, only to fall in the face of natural disasters that shaped the Earth we know today. Armed with the know-how, some scientists want to bring back ancient animals. Okay. It begs the question we know all too well from Jurassic Park. Should you do something just because you can? Exploring space has led to technology that now defines our everyday life. What we might learn from the potential success or failure, oops, I didn't realize I had Julia's cam off. We'll turn her back on. It's a delicate balance. And as we learned, life finds a way. Yes. The scientific effort to resurrect the woolly mammoth, which went extinct 4,000 years ago, just got a $15 million boost. A group of geneticists led by Harvard Medical School's George Church envisions the mammoth once again roaming in its natural habitat. Wow. Okay. So the goal is to use genetic engineering to create a living elephant mammoth hybrid that looks just like a woolly mammoth. Proponents of the project believe the beasts could help restore the Arctic tundra ecosystem and preserve the endangered Asian elephant. Interesting. The woolly mammoth's closest relative. This bold plan is fraught with ethical issues. Sometimes scientists question if we know enough to make such an attempt and the larger point of such an undertaking. But the thought of being up close with a once extinct creature is a tantalizing one. It certainly is. It certainly is. So that's actually as long as the article is. After you get this is changing what it is. But this is from CNN, so it's a fairly well-recognized news source, not The Onion, at least at this point. So I don't know. Oh, Jimbles. Hey, see, Jimbles, and he shows up. What a guy. There's hold on. Let me give
Yes, do it.
a proper shout out.
Nice.
So if you've never watched Jimbles aka Middle Age Stream here, you're missing out because he defines what streaming is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me go back to the two
He's
of us.
aspirational, and we want to be him. Well, we don't want to be him one day because he
We
can't
can't
be
be
matched.
him.
But
Yeah, we can't
but
be him.
the stuff that he does, I mean, we could definitely learn a thing or two.
We could learn a whole lot. So if you haven't watched Jimbles, please check. He's probably going to be streaming tonight, and if he is, when we're done streaming, we will be rating Jimbles, and we'll see what he's doing tonight. I would bet though he's probably on there. Yeah. So isn't this kind of wild? This story. It's fairly nerdy, so I figured it fit in with what we were going to talk about. I also kind of wanted to talk about the Steam Deck and some other stuff, but we'll figure out little things to talk about. So, resurrecting ancient animals. No stream tonight. Okay. So never mind. We will not be rating Jimbles tonight, but we would have if he was on. And he's breaking till Thursday, so there you go. So what you're saying is that I'm transitioning into being a VTuber. Dave Orr, if I even knew what the heck that was, I don't even know what that is. So
Yeah, I don't know. Video YouTuber something.
Video, or did you mean YouTuber or Twitch streamer? Or I'm transitioning to none of those things. I'm barely holding it together as it is. This is like our stream is held together by like bits of string and some clay and a couple of rubber bands, I think. Oh,
Okay.
yes. Actually, Jimbles
Okay, VTuber. Gotcha.
is this guy right here on my
Right.
shirt,
Replaces yourself on screen with like an animated anime character or
like a
something. Which
talking beer
yes,
glass.
yes, perfect.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, well,
Sweet.
he's so beautiful that if he actually showed his real face, it would break all the screens across everywhere. So, it would break hearts, it would break screens, it would break everything. It's probably the mustache too.
Yes.
I'm transitioning to only Dan's. No, there will be none of that. There will be none of that gratuitous knee content. We do have that. Cool. So what the hell are we doing? Yeah, see, there he is. There he is. He has to give it to you in such small doses that you can barely see it. Otherwise, that's the problem. The ladies and the gents both will be swooning. So that's how it goes. Ah, Grundislav, welcome. Good to have you here. We were just talking about you briefly on stream before stream, and I actually have been thinking about Rosewater and how excited I am to play it. But also, if this is weird, I don't know. I'm not going to play the demo. I don't want to touch the demo until the full game is released. I want to wait. So I'll buy it on release date. I got no problem with that, but I'm not playing the demo. I don't
I
want to
also just
ruin
want
it.
to say thank you, a big thank you to Francisco because he helped me with some Adventure Game Studio code that I was stuck on. So thank you so much for helping me with that.
Oh, was that the
Uh,
piece of code that was giving you so much trouble last 2 weeks ago or
oh my
whatever it was?
gosh, I don't know if it was that or not because what I'm trying to do is I'm kind of trying to make the Crimson Diamond playable completely with just keyboard if you just want to use keyboard, and that includes the menus and things eventually. And so I was having trouble with getting the save and load menus to work with just the arrow keys and the enter key. But he helped me with that. So thank you so much, Francisco. And yes, definitely watch Francisco. He streams on Wednesdays around 1 p.m. Eastern for Wild West Wednesdays. He does background art. He does rotoscoping, all kinds of fun stuff. And
And
you should
wish
check it out.
list on Steam,
Yes. Ooh,
Rosewater.
I can link that.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, so I can't play the demo right now, so there.
Ha. You're one of those, Dan.
Bootleg copies of the demo. No, you know what? It's kind of like it's almost like watching part of the movie in a way. Like you watch the part of the movie and then like you can't watch the rest of the movie for like months or weeks or whatever. I don't know about that. I gotta wait for the whole movie to come out and buy it, even if I can't play it on. Ah, Rick. Hello, sir. Thank you for the cheer. Much appreciated. See there, that little cheer thing appeared there in the
Yes.
wrong place. I wonder
The
why
wrong
that is.
place?
Yeah, it like appears like it's not. I got the screen formatted really poorly, so you know. Ah, Amberscene Zero, thank you for the subscription. You guys are too kind. Um, Josh Mandel's game demos, they were entirely different from the full game. Same with Apogee Shareware. You know, the thing is, I played the hell out of Shareware, so I don't know. Maybe my theory on not playing Rosewater is way off base, but it's an adventure game, so I kind of feel like, you know, the only adventure games I can think of that were Shareware are the Hugo's House of Horror series, which were full games,
Hmm.
or the last half of Darkness games, which were also, I think, full games. Uh, it was kind of odd how that worked. How um, it's David P. Gray, right? I got the name right.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
How odd that he did so well on those games, even though he gave away the entire game for free, and yet still people paid to register it. So that was an awesome time to be making adventure games, I think. Although probably a very difficult time to be doing it. I don't think it was easier. I don't think it
No.
was easy as it is today with the tools
No.
that we have now.
Not at all. That's why I'm such a huge fan of his because he was solo game dev at a time when, that was much harder than it is now. So super fan.
Mad Dog Williams was a shareware with no complete game. I mean, there's that too. You know, some games never got completed. I understand. I think the demos helped, but I prefer people wait for the full game experience with the final music and voice and stuff. Yeah, right. And that's the other part of it. However, with that said, now I'm going to go on to promote that you should play and wish list the Crimson Diamond Chapter
Oh, I
1.
see.
But here's the interesting part about this. The full music is I think the full music is in chapter 1. There's a couple of sound effects that are going to get changed out probably, but the full music is pretty much in chapter 1, isn't it? Do we have anything that isn't there?
Well, there's three tracks that are in the demo. There is the theme song, there is the dining room waltz, and there's the eavesdropping music.
Right. And are we going to add any more music into that other than
In,
you
in
won't hear in the demo.
no, I don't think we have anything else planned for the demo. Although,
You hear the
for instance,
transitional pieces in the streams, but they're not available on the demo. You can't
right,
play them.
right. But I think I might add we have some cozy tone setting music that I'll probably put in the tutorial section.
Oh, that's true.
So
The tutorial and
yes,
the intro. Yep.
yes, exactly.
The intro is not a short intro, so there's a lot of opportunity there to do
Hmm.
different things.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of an episodic point and click. Ronald Dragsta. It's. I mean, there's 7 chapters, but it won't be like there's no DLC or anything like that. It's just chapter 1. Once the game comes out,
Hmm.
that's the game. You know,
Yes, yes, that's the game.
MT32 shareware. Yeah, right.
Whether you like it or not, that's the game. Hopefully, hopefully you like it.
Hopefully you like it. You know, the demon slaying shotgun rampage.
Hmm. Yes. We'll be doing that next stream. Oh, marimba, perfect.
I think that's Doom E1M1, isn't it?
Hmm. Now we're gonna get a copyright strike.
Probably.
Thanks, Dan.
An MT32. What's that? We were waiting for you. We were waiting for you to say that. You know, actually, the guy most qualified in this on this stream is not me to answer that question.
Hmm.
The guy most qualified is a guy named Musically Inspired in the chat. So if he has anything to say about it, he's the real expert, I would say, on MT32. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have already scrapped the idea entirely of using the MT32. So, old timey shotgun rampage. Yeah, exactly. A little ragtime shotgun
I would
rampage.
love to hear that actually. We need to do something like that.
How many? Is there a lot of exorbitant amount of shotgun sounds that we need to do?
You later, I guess. That'll be in the finale. Though it, like I said, it's gonna be like a 3D game. We're gonna make it a 3D game of the last chapter.
Arcade. There's a duck hunt section where you hunt cormorants
Yes.
at the end.
Yes.
People are so pissed off about how they sound. There's finally a
Uh,
Tom
it's
Lewandowski is the expert, but he hasn't been around in a while. Learned so much from him and many of the
hmm,
others from the old Quest Studios website.
nice.
Yeah, that website is still up if you check it out if you're really that interested in it.
A ragtime rampage sounds perfect. And it's always Sam. Usually, what happens when they do a copy, there's a copyright. I don't. We've never really had a copyright strike, just like a copyright claim. And they give you options like, oh, you can just mute the sound for that particular section where the song is playing. And I usually just do that, and then it just goes through and it's fine. So it's not a
You
big
can
deal.
you can mute it or you can try to
Hmm.
do something different if you think it should be or is whitelisted.
Yeah, I just kind of
Uh,
roll over and and mute. I tend to take the path of least resistance in that case, but I like to just threaten Dan with it, just for fun.
exactly. So anyway, what are we working on today? Because we're not actually working on the woolly mammoth
No, which had
resurrection.
the best part about the story is the name they were going to give it. Should they be
Oh,
successful?
that wasn't in this particular part of the story,
No,
but they in one of the other stories I read they were going to call it the mammothant.
I love it.
So it'll look like a woolly mammoth, but it'll actually be part Asian elephant and part woolly mammoth.
Mammophant,
And the
love
other
it.
part of that I remember reading was that there's a huge difference in the DNA of the two animals. Like a
Oh,
huge difference.
really?
Yeah, and they're the closest relatives, but there's still a huge difference.
They've only been. You said that they've only been extinct for 4,000 years, so that's relatively recent.
Is that
What
right?
they like to say, one of those, oh, I can't believe this is true fact, is that they were woolly mammoths like walking around on Earth when like ancient Egyptians were around.
Wow.
That's what
So
they
the
like to
pyramids
say.
were being built at the same time as there's mammoths roaming around.
Basically, I think so. It hasn't really been that long since they've been
Do we
extinct, so I'm kind of
know
surprised.
do we know the extinction event for woolly mammoths? Somebody should look
That's
that
a good
up,
question too. Yeah, yeah,
right? MT32 is the slim
yeah.
alternative to WD-40. Yeah. It's like the dollar store version of WD-40. It works for a while but then gums everything up pretty bad, you know?
That's not even the worst. Mammophant, I like the name Mammophant. The worst name that I've heard was that the recent name they had for one of the COVID vaccines, which people were making fun of mercilessly on Twitter.
What's it
Did you hear
called?
this one? Oh, I got it's called something ridiculous. It's the worst name ever. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Covidiot?
No, no. It's got a terrible name where they kind of try to mash together 5 or 6 different words. Um,
Ugh,
Hold on. It
I
is
don't like the
called
sound of it. Excessive
oh
hunting.
community.
I've never heard of it.
They tried to call it that. The Pfizer BioNTech vaccine has been dubbed community. Hold on, I'll spell it for you. I will just copy and paste it. It's one of the worst names I've ever heard. And I don't like being kind of down on stuff, but it's just the worst name ever.
Com- Cormir.
Exactly.
Will there be nesting cormorants in this game? I believe there will be. We've shown some.
I'm just gonna find out what they tried to combine a bunch of different names together. They combined COVID-19 immunity with mRNA, and the whole word is supposed to evoke community.
Yeah, it evokes
Yeah,
stupidity.
no, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Oh dear. Anyway, on the yeah, exactly. Why not spend the money on funding? So, Cosmic Void said excessive hunting and climate change was the reason for the extinction of the woolly mammoth.
Oh, kind of like the dodo because they were so delicious and easy to catch.
Was that what it was?
Uh,
They were hunted to extinction.
yes, they were hunted to extinction.
Interesting.
I don't know if they tasted good. I don't remember. When I was in London for Adventure X, I actually got to see a real dodo skeleton. They
You
were pretty
tried it?
big. Oh God. It was delicious. No, 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 it wasn't. I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like I tried it and I found it not to be delicious. I just hadn't tried one at all.
Oh,
You know, that's what I
sure,
mean.
sure. We
That's
all
what I mean.
believe you, Julia. We all believe you. Yeah. So there will be no dodo eating on this particular stream. Maybe on the next one. There's still meat on that bone. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know much. I'm unfortunately I know very little about animal conservation, but oh yes, supposedly giant tortoises taste like
Hmm.
chicken whose blood was. Well, I know that they were carried on a lot
Yes,
of ships because they would
yes.
last forever without water, and then they could be eaten and used. And
Fresh,
yep,
because you can kind of store them like they are, like alive and stuff. Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah,
no, they were kept alive
yeah,
because you don't
exactly.
need
They
to
was kept
feed
alive.
them.
Yeah.
You don't need to feed them. They don't need water for months or whatever, something crazy like that. Um, but they were kept on a lot of ships back in the day,
Hmm.
especially the whaling vessels and things like that. I read a book, accidentally bought a book about whaling one time.
I thought you were gonna say you accidentally read a book about whaling. Like you
No,
thought it was gonna have a turn at some point and
kind
not
of.
be
I
about that.
actually thought it was a book based on a movie, and it had nothing to do with a movie at all. And it just happened to be about. I knew it was a book about sea. I just didn't realize it was a book about whaling, and I can't remember the name of it.
Was it Moby Dick?
No, no. It wasn't. It was based in Cape Cod. Something about
Hmm.
Cape Cod and some guys being on ships, and I forget all of it. This is the problem. I forget this stuff really well. With teenage mutants, that's not a bad idea. This Moby Dick book, surprisingly not horny. Ooh, ouch. Ouch, that's a pretty bad dad joke, I would say, Dave. Or if I had the dad joke counter, if I figured out how to make the dad joke counter, you'd be up there already. Um, so yeah, what are we working on today, Julie? Do you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing?
Yes, absolutely. So the past couple of music streams, we've been trying to get some intriguing music loops because as the story moves forward in the Crimson Diamonds, things start to get intriguing, and we need some loops for that. I guess that's a very bad description, but that's kind of what we're going for. Keeping in mind that yes, this is sort of a cozy mystery, so nothing too extremely intriguing, kind of cozily intriguing and Canadian, kind of northern Canadian sounding and we've have a couple so far and we're going to be reviewing them today and maybe coming up with a third one and I think that'll have us set for chapter 4.
Yeah, and we did use as a reference 2 weeks ago. We used some
Yes.
music from Dagger of Amon Ra, Lorabo 2, and ended up making two, not one, but two tracks. And what I figured we'd do is kind of like a good refresher for myself, as well as a good refresher for everybody else watching, or anybody who didn't get to see the stream a couple weeks ago. We'll listen to the last two that we worked on, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
The theropod streamer investing into a yeah, that's right. I forget he loves his
Oh my
puns over
goodness.
there. Cozily intriguing is a lukewarm invitation for a date. This is yeah, this is gonna be maybe a Tinder stream or something like that tonight.
God.
Let's
Yeah, someone
see.
mentioned TikTok. Dan, do you have
TikTok.
TikTok? Is that like a good
So I
marketing
have
thing?
TikTok, but I don't actually have any content posted, nor do I even have my picture on there.
Is it good for musicians?
It can be if you're releasing music, but
Hmm.
I would have to make a lot of TikTok videos.
Hmm.
And currently, I don't make TikTok videos. And I don't know that our target audience, folks that want to play EGA text parsers, are on TikTok, but I
You
could
mean
be
old
wrong.
people?
But I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've shown the game at events, and kids have been really like a lot. Some kids, very specific kids of a certain age, like around 9 or more, have some of them have really taken to it. So it's not just us old people that are not into TikTok.
Sorry,
Um,
Mike.
I
um,
count myself and the old people, so don't worry
TikTok
about it.
is kind of like, do you have Instagram, right?
Yes,
Do you ever
I
watch
don't use it. I haven't
Instagram?
used it in 2 years.
Oh, so then you don't know.
No,
Instagram Reels is kind of the
no.
same thing as TikTok. So it's a really short form video that portrays something. That's all.
So like the Twitter fleets that I also never used.
Twitter fleets. I don't even know what that
That
is.
used to be a thing on Twitter that was kind of like the thing on Instagram, I think, or Vine things. I don't
Well,
know.
Vine didn't have audio, did it? Or did it have audio? I think Vine started without
Ah,
audio.
I'm
Maybe
so
I'm
out of my
totally
element.
Yeah, maybe I'm totally making that up. It did.
Hmm.
Okay. Vine had audio. Okay, there we go.
I didn't have that one either.
Vine was really short. Yeah, as I remember. 7 seconds. There you go. R.I.P. Fleets. No one cares. Yeah, but Instagram Reels are basically the same thing as TikTok,
Hmm.
and so you see a lot of TikTokers or Instagrammers
Okay.
cross posting. So I'll see a lot of things that have the TikTok logo but on Instagram because they're just posting their content to two different places.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Sure. So I guess the only reason I'm asking, and the only reason I ever ask anything is how does that,
Can,
how does that apply to me?
right. Can we do something with the game? And the answer is yes, we could, but it would not be necessarily very easy, if that
Okay, not
makes
interested.
sense. It would be a lot of work
Hmm.
for what I don't know that would be a large return. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yes.
putting in a lot of effort in place that maybe your time would be better spent elsewhere, if
Okay.
that makes
I'm
sense.
okay then. I'm
Yeah.
discouraged.
Did you check out that video that I sent you on the GDC video I sent? It
Which
was
one?
on your updating your Steam page, a 30-minute Steam
Oh,
page
right.
makeover.
No, I didn't. I meant to, but I
It's
did
a
not.
really good video. You
Okay.
should check that
Okay.
out. And everybody
Okay.
else should check. I should link it actually because I really liked it because there's a lot of
Okay.
devs in here.
Okay.
Uh, Let me see if I can find the video.
Yes, I
Julia, maybe
totally meant to.
maybe you can just quickly
Yes, I will
plug
do
the
that.
game and I'll look up, see if I can
Oh,
find
what do you want
this.
me to do? What? What? Sorry. I was gonna.
No, what were you gonna do? Do whatever you want to do.
Oh, no, no. I was going
You
to
have the
find the
floor.
link.
Oh,
But
I'll
if you're
find
gonna
the
do
link.
that,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
find the
So
link.
what am I supposed to do then?
No, I was gonna say that you could just talk a little bit about the game.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So welcome people. Dan and I are making the Crimson Diamond, which is the crimsondiamond.com is where all the stuff is for the game. So you can find a link to the Steam page where you can download the demo and play chapter one. And I Twitch stream on a underscore maple mystery on Tuesdays. So when Dan's not doing a music stream, I'll do an art stream. And the game is a text parser graphical adventure game. And we kind of tried to make it look like some of the old stuff, but hopefully play a little bit nicer, be kinder, and play more fair than the stuff back in the day did. And it's a mystery. It's set in Canada, in northern Ontario, in the ghost town of Crimson. And you play Nancy Maple, who is the quilt. She's a quilt,
And a
and
poster.
she's a quilt and a poster, and also she's also like a 3D printed figurine as well. She's all these things, and you get to play
A
her, and
voxel in
you
action figure.
yes, a voxel in action figure. And yeah, you get to play Nancy, and you are sent on assignment by the Royal Canadian Museum to investigate a diamond claim in the area. So you get kind of tangled up in everyone else's intrigues and things, which is why we need so much intriguing music, is because it's intriguing generally. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, I said Jan and Dulia. Yeah, it's yeah.
And Fractal Mind Mike says Chris Zukowski. Yes, that's who it is. So you've already seen it. I thought it was excellent. I thought there was a lot of stuff that
Hmm.
applied to what we were doing, and he said it even applied to games that were already successful. like little things that can do to help. Interesting. One of the interesting points he made was that wish listing he felt was very important, an
Hmm.
important metric, whereas some of the other metrics weren't as important. You've been
Right.
following Chris for a while, yeah, and he does that the consults are like his thing, right? The consulting on
Mm. Okay.
Steam page makeovers, like he actually does that
Hmm.
as a service.
I kind of got that done when I went to Adventure X. There was a woman that gave a talk named Hannah Flynn, and she does this. She used to do this more often. I think she might still be on maternity leave, but before she was on maternity leave, she was working at a company, and she would take the like the train into work when she in where I can't remember where she's living. I think she might have been in London or somewhere. And on her way to work, she on Wednesdays she would do kind of a Steam page. If you sent her a link to your Steam page, she would kind of give you feedback on how to improve it.
How about
And
that?
and I did do that like back a couple of years ago, and she gave me some good pointers that I did try to implement.
Yeah, there was a couple of things that I just saw that I was like, oh, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is the I forget what they call it, the little box in the corner. Judith Butler's lover. Thank you as always for being here. Um, we'll hopefully see you next time, or watch the VOD when you have a chance, and maybe we'll talk about you again later on stream.
The
But there's a little box in the corner on your Steam page, and I forget what the name of that thing is called. The piece of
box
art. It's a little piece of art, like a thumbnail of artwork.
capsule.
Capsule, yes, that's what it's
Mm-hmm.
called. The
Mm-hmm.
capsule art. Yes, thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Mike. And what they suggested is that you use illustrated capsule art instead of a
Mm.
game
Mm-hmm.
screenshot, and they
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
suggested further that you pay someone to illustrate that. The nice thing
Mm.
is, I am sitting a corner away from an illustrator, so somebody that could do that could pay themselves to do their own artwork. Well, doesn't have to pay themselves because they already have that skill in their wheelhouse. Yeah, it's not me. I'll tell you that much. I'm certainly not going to be doing that. Two talking heads won't stand out on the Twitch front page. Oh yeah, I'm
we,
sure that's true.
I don't think
Maybe
we
we
want to
should
be on the
switch.
Twitch front
We
page.
should switch to this. He's probably right though. You know,
Mm.
so I never even thought about that,
What?
about standing out on the Twitch page, but that's probably very important.
No, no, you don't want to do that. That's how the rating bots get you. You don't want that.
Well, some people gotta come in on the stream. No,
Possibly.
it
I
would
honestly don't think that's a problem we need to even worry about one way or
true,
the other.
true. Um, Julia takes commissions as well.
Hmm.
She does from time to time. I
I
don't
do.
know what her busyness factor is, but
Mm-hmm.
she does take commissions from
Mm-hmm.
time to time. Maybe you want to speak on that briefly.
Sure. Yes, sometimes I do. I've done some people's avatars, like their, profile pic or avatar things on Twitter. Um, there are a few that are floating around right now. Benj Edwards,
Oh
I've done
yeah.
his avatar picture on Twitter. Also, hold on, let me take a
Did
quick
you do
look.
a Augustin?
Yes, I did. I was gonna drop a couple like links to their
Cool.
Twitter page. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop in Benj's. I did Benj Edwards.
Yeah, and
Um,
Benj was the guy I got to meet thanks to Julia in person in at PAX East in the beginning of 2020, before the beginning of the
in
end.
the four times.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
in the land before time.
There you go.
Anna
Okay, this
has one?
one. Yes, Anna does have one.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
find out if I can find hers too. Yes, Admiral J on Twitch as well. Hold on, let me find him if I can find him. Um, Admiral J on Twitch also has one. Um,
Oh, yep. Rick just
oh,
mentioned
yeah, thanks a
Admiral
lot, Rick,
J.
for doing that. Perfect. And Anna's, I don't know if Anna's using hers right now currently. Um, so there's a few floating around. Yeah, I do them, and you could, if what depending what you want and the complexity of it. Yeah, just definitely, if you're interested in a commission, just get in touch. However you want to get in touch.
Twitter is a good way.
Yeah,
Email,
Twitter DMs
Facebook,
fine. Email
whatever.
works. Yeah, Facebook. I'm not that like I'm not really that regular on Facebook, so I probably would not say Facebook.
Don't do Facebook. I
But
lied.
yeah, email and Twitter. I'm pretty good with. I don't know.
Yeah, Augustine's portrait is really cool. It looks kind of like synthwave,
Yeah, that's exactly what he wanted. So I'm glad you say that.
a
Yeah.
tile mosaic, 4 by 3 meters. Well, it can be done because
Hmm.
by the quilt evidence behind you,
Uh-huh.
it can be done.
Hmm.
What do you want to make it out of? Well, that's another question. And you know, are you going to put it on stream? I don't know, but you could be done. It could very
Yeah.
easily be done.
Hmm.
So where are we? Let's review 4 by 3 pixels. I like that. That see for those type of commissions, Rick, I would actually make the art.
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
can work in 4 by 3 pixels.
the smallest work I've done so far has been the organs in the Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. They are 25 by 25 pixels.
Ooh,
So actually,
see,
I'll link that
Julia
to
needs
show viewers.
25 pixels. I only need 4 pixels. Four by
25 by
three.
25, yeah. So
I
not
can
not not 5 by 5, but
I
25 by
can do it in
25.
12 pixels
Oh
total.
my goodness. I believe you.
Ken Williams profile
Mm.
picture. No. There's a good set of EGA profile pictures in the game Hoyle, the first Hoyle
Yes,
game.
yes,
There's a
absolutely.
quite good set of them. You got King Graham in there. You've got Warren. What's the guy's name? Warren. I can't think of his last name, but he's the programmer. And I always thought it was Ken Williams, but it's not Ken Williams.
Hmm.
How many MIDI channels do you need? Yes. Well, I do need a lot of MIDI channels, and I don't get enough. I don't get enough with this
It's
thing.
your own fault.
Yeah. No, it's not Warren Spector. No, it's not Warren Spector. Uh, I would remember that one. Warren Jeffs. I don't know. It says it on the back of the box. If anybody has a copy of Hoyle, I do have a copy of Hoyle, but nobody's redeemed a show off something
Oh,
from your collection yet. So, War and Peace. Hi-oh.
oh my goodness.
There's a dad joke for you.
Hmm.
90s icons were more manageable at 16:16 or even up to 32 by 32. You know which icon sets I loved was the Windows 3.1 icons. Oh,
Yes. Yep. I remember
and
them very clearly. Yep.
right, and they still use some of them.
Hmm.
They still have some of them sticking around. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's always Sammy redeemed show off something. So I think this will be a kind of an obvious show off since I just mentioned Hoyle EGA box, but let me go grab the copy of that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I guess I have to fill time while Dan goes through his dragon's horde of big boxes and such. Yeah, EGA, of course, EGA games. Some that I still haven't played from back in the day that I need to play. I've never played, for instance, the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade game. I've never played Zach McCracken. There's
You've
things I
never
need to
played
do.
Indiana or Zach McCracken?
No, I know. I need to
And
rectify
aren't
that.
you a bigger LucasArts fan than Sierra?
Yeah, I played them and enjoyed them more, but I think the art wise, I like the art in Sierra more, I
So
think.
there is and there's a great shot of all the
Wow.
portraits.
Yes.
You've
Yes.
got King Graham, you've got Rosella, you've got Roger from Space Quest. And where does it say here? It says you can play against Warren Schwader or Schwader. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. But he did high res cribbage, which is also kind of a collectible game now. Like high res, any of those high res games, Sierra or pretty early Sierra games. Probably a baggy game if I'm correct on that.
Mm.
But there's all those great portraits, and they have like cool things that they say and funny stuff that they say, and
Mm.
each player is better depending on which game you're playing against them
Hmm.
in. This is a really fun game if you haven't played it.
I've
Uh,
played Volume 2. I don't have Volume
oh,
1.
Volume 1 I think is the best one. Although a
But
lot of people like the later ones too.
but looking at the game list, I feel like I had that one because those are all the same games that I had in mind. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think that they changed the games, but
Oh,
they
okay.
changed like who you played against and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
Last Crusade was very frustrating. Fate of
Oh.
Atlantis was much better. Interesting. Yeah, Zach is Zach free on GOG?
Mm-mm.
It's
Like
paid,
$5 or $6 I checked like
but
this past week.
it's the FM Towns version.
It's not the EGA version.
I think you have the choice between going between either version.
I need to know that. So anyone who knows, either on Steam or the GOG version of Zack McCracken, is the EG, because when you look at the trailer on Steam, they have the EGA version there. So I'm kind of hoping it's there. Oh, it's got EG on GOG. Good.
It
Thank you for
does.
recommending my
Okay.
and for Steam as well. Oh my God, that looks really cool. I'm looking at this game, If
If
on
on
a
a winter's night.
Winter's Night for Travelers. That looks amazing. Oh my God, look at this pixel art. It's amazing.
Well, we got to show this off
Oh
now.
my God, it's so good. Oh my God, it's free. Yeah, this is something you guys have been linking up, and I have it open on a tab on my phone. And I need to follow up with it. It looks amazing. Oh God.
Okay, let's show this off.
Yeah, oh, it's
Wow.
so good looking. Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's an AGS game. Deluxe Tux is amazing. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Look at that lighting. And they've got what's good for this is so the game is free to play, but they have a $4.65 Canadian supporter pack. So you can play it for free and it's totally fine and legitimate. But if you want to support the devs,
Whoa.
you can put some money toward them, which is amazing.
They just had a curse word there. I don't know French, but I know enough to know
Yeah, I wonder if we read that
that
out
was
loud,
curse.
if we'd be
Let's
tagged or
not read
something.
that.
Oh, you're no fun. But I will wish list this now, even though you don't need to wish list it because it's free. But I'm not gonna buy it or download it right now. But I'm gonna open up my Steam and just like tag it so I have it somewhere. Oh, you can't even wish list it because it's free. Oops. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
probably
download
have
it
to
now.
download
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll just download it. Yes, Steam is installed.
Yeah, it looks like I'll have to grab this too.
It's beautiful. Oh, it's so good. Okay,
Dead
yeah. So
Idle Games, quarter
yeah.
3, 2021. Congratulations to that team. I don't know how many people are on that team, if it's just one person or
Oh, it was released today. What?
it
It
was
says
released
release date.
today. Yeah, that's right.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay.
Play game, add all DLC to cart. Well, I might as well do that,
Gee. The animations alone are
but
worth
I'll
it,
do
Grindeslov
that.
says.
I'll
Yeah,
do
I
that.
holy
I'll do
cow.
that. I see the animation is top
Jeez.
notch. The artwork is really top notch.
It's really stunning. Absolutely. Oh my God. And my Steam, of course, is taking forever. Could not connect. Let me try connection. Do it.
Ah, so
Oh, it's
there's only the two releases, the supporter pack, which
what's
is
the supporter pack having? Is it the
it's a
same? Or is
digital
that
art book and the
one?
original soundtrack.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you'll like this.
Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes.
I already like this.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Well, thank you for who posted that. Was that Eden Waith? Who somebody posted it.
Somebody posted it.
Uh,
Yes, I'm geeking out on Pixel Eating with. I am. Oh my gosh. There's something. Yeah, I just get
two
really excited.
persons, two people. Gusak PT says two people.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, and like I said, it's something you guys have been pointing to me on other streams, but the fact that it launched today is absolutely perfect.
Sweet.
It says this with two people made Laura Hunt and Thomas Mooring. I think
I can
Laura
follow.
Hunt sounds familiar. Yeah.
Well, I got to be logged in.
Oh my gosh, my Steam is just giving me all kinds of trouble right now.
And where are they from? Are they Canadian?
I don't know,
Watch, they're from
actually.
Toronto or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the way, I need to do this before I forget. I need to change the resolution so everybody has a chance of actually seeing this. I always
Oh
forget
yeah,
to do
yeah.
this.
Oh my
Keep
gosh, why is this not
changes.
doing anything for me?
There we
Yeah, I'm
go.
just gonna check my tabs on my phone to make sure it's there still because yeah, it's just there's so many cool things that have come out or are coming out that I keep on. Yeah, I've got it on my phone. Okay, good.
I would
Yeah.
say it's partially our responsibility as much as we are here making this game. Oh, thank you, Rick.
Yes,
See
thanks
you
for dropping
later.
by, Rick. Good to see you.
Um, as much as it's our job to show off the game and the music that we're making, I think it's our job to also expand as much as we can the community of adventure games.
Yeah,
So because
absolutely.
it's small, so we got to support each other and do things like that. That looks really cool though. I like that. Steam is doing maintenance. Okay. Well, we'll get reminders about that.
Oh,
Maybe somebody can tweet about it.
Grindelsoft said that that game, A Winter's Night for Travelers, came out a few months ago on Itch. It just came out on Steam today.
Ah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Cool. 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 Cool.
I wonder
Cool.
if it
Cool.
was
Cool.
free
Cool.
on itch as well.
I don't know, but you know what? If you're gonna buy it anywhere, developers generally recommend on itch because they get
Because
a bigger
better
cut.
percentage. Yeah. So for anybody who doesn't know, the percentages roughly are about 30% is what Steam takes. So whatever you're paying for the game, as a general rule, for an indie
Yes.
developer, they're taking 30% of that.
Yeah, so let me just drop the I'm gonna drop the itch link in chat for anyone who wants to buy it there and give them a beautiful, much larger, well, not a larger cut
A
than they would
larger
get in
percentage.
Steam. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But you
Yeah,
would
yeah.
want the Steam review, Cosmic Void says. Well, yeah, there you go. So
Interesting. Yeah, yeah.
if you really love the game, you could buy it in both places.
Yeah, and then well, because it's free actually on Steam, so you could just review like download it
Just
and play it and
download it and
review it,
review it. Yeah.
and then give the money on itch or something.
But Cosmic Void is a good example. Yes, let's destroy the narrative that nobody makes adventure games anymore, or that only one studio is.
Yeah, people never stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about the lawsuit to really tackle discussing that particular piece of news on this stream. That's well above my pay grade. Um, but supposedly Epic did win some things. I
Wow.
don't really know all the details of it.
Yeah, there's a reason why lawyers get paid lots of money
Yeah.
and have to go to school for a really long time because nobody, well, most people are not interested in that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And like all like the intricacies and all the wording and stuff. So yeah, I'll leave it to them.
Steam is not the only sure, exactly. So I think the narrative needs to just be that we are in support of people making adventure games, no matter if it's us or whoever else.
Hmm.
Obviously, Cosmic Void's a developer.
Yes,
Grundislav is a
yes.
developer. Who else is a developer that I'm forgetting? Slat is a developer. Rick is a developer. Brandon is a developer. So musically,
Yeah,
it's. I mean, basically,
yeah,
throw a
yeah.
stone, hit somebody in the chat. They're probably a developer.
Exactly,
And generally,
exactly.
don't throw stones, but in chat, it's probably safe. Throw chat stones.
And please, anyone, any developer, drop your link into chat, whatever you want.
Fractal
Link to
Mind
your
Mike is a
game demo.
developer. There you go. See?
Yeah, please do, please do. We don't have any kind of bots on chat that are going to ban you for dropping your links
Nope.
for whatever you want to drop.
We would appreciate it, and we will
Yes,
do our best to promote it and share it and show off other people's great
yes,
work. Just as our responsibility toward the community of adventure games. So let's see. Apple needs to allow developers to link to other sites where people. Right, right. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what people think, but it is weird. You got plenty of adventure games certainly being made in all different
hmm
scope of types of games too. You've got EGA games, VGA style games. You have stuff that's way more 3D. Modern Ken Williams is working on some kind of VR adventure
hmm
game that we know very little about. Um, you
There's
know,
even adventure game on the play date. I don't know if it's
there
in
you
season
go.
one of their game releases, but and I'm really interested to see how they do the interface. But there is like they even have an adventure game there, so
It
they're
seems like an
clever.
interface that would lend itself to be to work with an adventure game, right? You have the directional pad, two buttons in the scroll wheel,
And the crank,
the crank, yeah,
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
crank. That's a better word than the scroll wheel.
the
There's no
scroll.
scroll wheel. It's not a scroll
No,
wheel like on a mouse.
it's a scroll wheel that's connected to a crank. I'm sure.
Siberia. There you go. Yeah. So let's play this. Let's hear some music now
Yes,
that
let's
we've
hear your first intriguing track.
taken all
First
this
intriguing.
time.
Yes, I know. I know.
I like this. That's
I
that's
love
really
all the
nice.
all the different weird sounds you got in there.
That's really nice. Yeah, that really
Yeah.
works. Really works well. Um, so that's intrigue track 1. Let's open. Whoops. Let's open intrigue track 2. We don't need to save it.
Yeah, I love the minimalism. I love the sparseness. I love the irregularity and the different things that are going on. It sounds like, yeah, like a cartoon, like sneaking up on someone kind of with the tiptoes.
Yeah, kind of incidental music
Yeah, I
almost.
love it. Yeah, yeah,
All right, let's hear intrigue track number 2. There's intrigue track number 2.
Yes, 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 yes.
So different but similar. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new track. This is going to be called intrigue
3.
track 3.
Grinderslavs, good to see you. Have fun on your book club. Enjoy.
Ooh, book club. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, thank you for stopping by the stream as
Yes.
always. Much appreciated. Intrigue track 3. We're going to save this, but we're going to import all of the data from previous. Let's see. Oops, what did I do? Intrigue track
Oh, what
2.
did you do?
I just want to import this data. Copy. Do not import the playlists. Do not
Yeah.
import this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And we have our same sound palette to work with. So it's almost just like importing a set of
Mm-hmm.
colors that we're going to use if we're using the art analogy.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and so musically inspired it's a bit fuller. He likes the evolution of it. And yeah, so what I liked is the first one was more spare, second one was more full, but they're both kind of like stilted, which I liked. So maybe with this one we could do something that flows a bit more, maybe, and has a bit of like as much as a bit of an atmosphere that Roland MT32 can give
I
us.
like
But yeah,
that. I like that already. I have an idea. I
okay,
like the idea of the flow thing. Let's see what the sounds are that I have to work with again.
I love that one, of course. Love it too. Mm-hmm. These are all great because I guess we've been using them already. So. Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, I liked just near the end. You did steps that were like less of them. There was kind of like it kind of went back and forth a bit between a
So
couple.
like that, but less.
Yes, yes, like that, but
Okay,
less.
cool. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can figure something out. Hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like it needs a better melody, but I
Hmm.
think it's pretty close. The chord changes are cool. So, fun fact:
Hmm.
the reason it's ambiguous, if you want to go analyze what I'm doing, I'm thinking about it. First thing I thought was Lydian mode. Second thing I thought was ambiguous chordal structure, so I moved parallel major thirds and Lydian chords each time, or polychords if you want to call that. I would say Lydian makes more sense. And no particular root. But then the last time I skipped it, I kind of cheated. Initially I was moving by a major third, then I moved by a minor third. So E to the key of A flat with major Lydian, not dominant, which would be like a sharp 11 sound as opposed to Lydian. Lydian would have the G natural. Sharp 11 would have the G flat. So you'd have a dominant scale, but with a raised fourth.
It's always Sammy says, "Ooh, try a 7 flat 5," which I don't know what that means.
Could do that.
Gonna,
Could do that too.
I'm gonna read it.
So there's the Lydian. There's another Lydian. I'm just not sure which root you would go to. You know what we might do? Keep the 7 flat 5 for a different intrigue track altogether, and keep this in that kind of Lydian sound. Does that make any sense to anybody?
No.
If musically inspired, if he's thumbing through a dictionary, then I'm really hurting people's heads, and not in a good way. Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good because we get familiarized with terms and stuff, and we just feel smart for listening. Is all.
Just the roots. I'm thinking about the roots, which is E, A flat, and either C or B, because I wasn't quite sure. I liked the movement between E to A flat because it's very ambiguous, and then also the movement from A flat to B, which is pretty ambiguous as well. So it doesn't give a definitive tonal center. Like it's not in the key of E major or E Lydian really. It's not in the key of A flat really. It's not in the key of B. Probably you'd call it E Lydian if you were trying to analyze this. It's been a long time since I took harmonic analysis. I have textbooks on the subject if I really wanted to look it up, but I'm not going to because that's not what I do anymore. I actually make the music. I don't analyze it as much, if that makes sense.
And Musically Inspired says, I learned more about it just watching your hands while you use the terms. So I really like the fact we have knee cam. That's really helpful for folks.
Knee cam is good.
Yeah. And this track, I'm already, because I mentioned in chapter 4, there are kind of 3 intriguing events that kind of I'm thinking of for these musical loops. And I'm thinking specifically, after just hearing as much as we've done so far, which one this is for.
And I hear the tempo. It's right around the same tempo as the other ones. I like that. Sounds like the parts of the Fez soundtrack. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it depends. Like, you only have but so many notes. So eventually, you're going to sound like something. And I think that's a good thing, But let's see if we can get something down here. We got the click track in there already. Something along those lines. Let me shut the click off.
I think it needs a bit more intrigue. It's starting to sound kind of peaceful because I noticed we said flowing, which kind of makes things sound more peaceful.
I think I got an idea. So what we need to do really is split up some of these sounds. Let's see, how can I do this? I got an idea. Let me turn the click back on. Whoops. Hello.
Yep. It's definitely more intrigue.
The last chord I might change. We're in about the minute territory, which is where we want to be.
Ooh. I'm loving the soft intrigue. Your music inspired. I love the MT32 clarinet. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite instrument in the MT32 library.
We could do some cool, like, patch doubling. We lose voices, but I think that's okay. And just get us, like, some cool layers, Marble Madness? I love that game. Oh man, I'm still looking for a nice, beautiful copy, Amiga copy, because it's one of the Folio games. Yeah, so the Amiga has the best music other than the arcade. Yeah, and it's really yeah, it's pretty cool music. It's not even really like a melody as much as it is. It's kind of.
Can you do it again?
Something I forget exactly. Yeah, an orchestral take would be pretty cool. The main theme is pretty melodic. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but basically there's like 5 levels in that game, and each level has like a different kind of theme to it, and the music incorporate really well with the sound effects, so the sound design is really good in the game. You ever played it?
No, I don't think I've ever played it.
What do you call it? Do you call it a puzzle game?
Marble
or is it an action game?
Is that time when there was no genres? Is that?
It's pretty genre-less. It's not. It doesn't remind me of an other game. Action puzzle
Hmm.
platformer. Yeah, see people. It's not a platformer. Is it not a pinball game? It's not a pinball game. No. It's inspired by pinball, I would say, but it's definitely a dangerous marble game. Get the marble across terrifying area. Yep.
Genre.
If that was
Yeah.
a genre, that would be the genre that it is. Yeah, it's kind of its own thing.
They should do something like this with an accelerometer on a mobile on a mobile game
Well,
or
it'd be
something.
like Labyrinth, I guess, is the best
Yes,
game to
yes,
remind you of it.
yes.
The physical game
Yeah, yeah,
Labyrinth,
yeah, yeah.
not the
Yes, not the movie with
not the
David Bowie.
David
No.
Bowie game. You know, there's a couple versions of the game, right? There's a Labyrinth. Oh, I'm confusing it, but there's a Labyrinth for PC. There's a
Uh,
Labyrinth game. There's also a couple of Dark Crystal games for PC.
I think the Playdate also has an accelerometer potentially, like so they could have a Marble Madness type of game. And they actually
Ooh.
have a game called Lost Your Marbles, that I think is going to be in season one maybe. And but it uses the crank to turn, not the accelerometer.
Hmm.
I should find out if
Interesting.
that does have an accelerometer. I'm just making
I
it up.
wonder if it's inspired by Marble Madness.
Very possibly. Oh, they
You
don't have
know,
a gyroscope, but they have an accelerometer. Whatever the distinction is between those two things.
I think it so it maybe can only give you one direction.
It has three-axis accelerometer.
Oh no, that's all the axes you'd need to do
I don't
3D.
know between that and the gyroscope, whatever.
Maybe it
I
doesn't detect when you turn it. I
Yeah, there's
don't know.
gravity involved. You know, I think always there should be gravity involved. It's just
Is
a
there
rule of
gravity
thumb.
involved in Crimson Diamond? I suppose there is.
Of course, it's not in space.
Natural Earth gravity.
We're not in free fall and the whole. No, of
Yet,
course it's
not yet,
gravity.
not yet.
No.
Not until the aliens come in chapter
Yeah,
6.
exactly.
I forgot about that.
That's when we need all the laser pew pew noises. That's when. This sounds like happy and sounds like mischievous, like Dennis the Menace or something.
I think it's maybe the combination of sounds I have.
Hmm.
Too soothing, maybe, huh? Northern Ontario had gravity? They had gravity back then?
Yeah, I know it's crazy.
Holy cow. Next, you're going to tell me the world was spinning at the same speed.
I don't even know if that's true. I don't know, Dan.
Maybe it's the sounds. Oh, there. Maybe we need this sound. I think that's what we needed.
I don't know if that's the right instrument. It sounds like it definitely it's starting to sound like one of those really old nature documentaries.
Sweet.
Which I don't know if that's what we're going for.
We are. Gravity. We're talking about gravity here, right?
Oh my god.
Earth slows by about 1.8 milliseconds every century. Here in the Crimson Diamond, you will not discover that, as the time period is only a few days.
definitely too soothing. It's definitely too soothing.
I think it's the flowing
Yeah, I
track
think
that we
that's,
have.
yeah, I think so.
Already that changes it up.
Yeah.
All I got to do is play similar chords, but I'm not even going to use the metronome. Stupid metronome. Who needs a metronome?
Like that instrument already sounds so um nature to me. It sounds so much like a Studio Ghibli like forest scene
Kinda.
instrument. It definitely is completely, we're completely in nature documentary territory now. Or a Studio Ghibli movie.
Well, what if I take away the sounds?
Or Sims build mode. It's always Sammy says. Mousemaid says this melody is a bit more intriguing though, and I agree. The melody is intriguing. I think it might be the instrument that might be, because when I hear that instrument, I just completely think Studio Ghibli nature movie. That's, yeah, better. But still, it's like it does still sound like it's kind of weird because we want
So maybe it's the
intriguing.
chord. Maybe it's the chord structure. Maybe where I'm going is not going to work.
Yeah, because we want intriguing and which means that we want inquisitive sounds, but also we don't want it to sound like hopeful and curious. I don't know. It's less to do. We're going for intriguing, like a soft intriguing. The other ones were kind of more stilted, so we wanted it a bit more flowy, but not too flowy. That's definitely more intriguing. Yep. 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 Holson wonders if a pretty steady vamp might work, which I'm interested to find out what a vamp is in music
A
terms.
vamp is just a repetitive thing that happens over and over again. So it might,
Mm.
it might, it might.
But I
We could
like what you
try
were
that.
doing with that part. The way we were just
Let's
doing
try
definitely was more.
Vader's theme.
We're definitely
That's
getting
the
a
word.
copyright claim.
We had to do it.
Okay.
Shifting the chords slower. Pretty steady vamp.
This is good. This is really good.
I like that. So let's play some of this.
Mm-hmm.
We got some stuff in there.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
hear it. It's too fast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
I
sped
agree.
it up as the song went along.
Yeah, musically inspired is a big yes on those bass notes.
So I do need a metronome. Then I gotta figure out where it goes there. That's wrong. Dun, dun. Maybe there. Yep, that's where it's gotta go. Dun, 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 dun. Almost got it there.
Mm-hmm.
We might be able to put a little vamp through here. I might just leave these errors. They don't sound bad. They're technically wrong, but let's see. That sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds pretty good. It's all good. I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that either. It's wrong, but I don't care. It
I
can be
can't tell
wrong.
that it's wrong, so I don't care.
It's wrong. But does it matter? There's wrong. I played some wrong before.
Ooh.
I think that could work.
Mm-hmm.
The drone, yeah. It's not a vamp as much as a drone. I guess that's a better word for it. Okay, so right there I gotta change notes.
What instrument is that, Dan?
I think it's a flute, but it's just really low.
A low flute.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the flute, but we're using it kind of
Sweet.
synth territory, really.
Oh, it's great. It's giving it a little bit of
Let's
menace
save
that I
this.
like, just a
It's
touch.
a little menace, but it's not.
Mm.
It's not overly menacing. It's not Dennis,
No,
and
no,
it's not
no.
Dennis the Menace either.
No, it's not Dennis the Menace. It's not the Phantom Menace.
Ah,
Terrible.
menace to society.
Has a Mario sound when dropping below into the pipe. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay. Let's see if this works. I might have to fix one or two of these. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Okay, that's no good. It started getting weird here at the end.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah,
Why is it?
it's just slightly off. Just rhythmically.
Oh,
That's weird. That sounds wrong. Sounds like I screwed up, which I did. That's better. Dun, dun. So these wrong notes are giving me trouble now.
I can't tell.
I can.
Okay.
What are these notes? Let's just read them. Dun-dun. Dun. Oh, that's why it's so weird. Got it. Whoops. Okay, that was it. Weird. This is what happens when you're not working in tonal music, really. You're working in something non-functional, very non-functional. And then it would loop there. Let's see how that works. Loop sounds like the loop point is just fine to me. Did you hear a loop point? If you didn't hear a loop point, then yeah, then it's good. You weren't supposed to hear a loop point. I tell you what, I'm kind of liking the direction this is going in. Let's see. Does it need more is the question?
That's a very good question.
It could use a little dot here and there.
Yes.
That was a little too doorbell. Try again.
What do you mean it was a little too doorbell?
Sounds like a doorbell.
Can you do the Westminster chimes?
How does that one go?
I don't know. It's one of the default, like this.
Is that one that?
No, it's usually when you buy like a doorbells now they have this the doo-doo, and they also have like Westminster chimes, which I couldn't tell you what that was, but every doorbell seems to have it.
Too much doorbell, not enough cowbell. Hell yeah, that's probably a dad joke, but I'll buy that one. I'd give you a dad joke counter for that if I had a dad joke counter. At some point, maybe we'll get one. Maybe we won't. Who knows? What the hell do we know? I think that's it. I like it. I think
I
we're
like it a
almost.
lot.
I
Super
think we're
good.
almost there with this one. I don't know that I want to do much more to it at this point. Got some menace. Got some
Has a touch.
Dennis.
Yes. Has a bit
So
of Dennis. Has a bit of Phantom. Yeah.
I think I would leave it as is at the moment. Save it. I don't think I would do much more on it.
It's excellent. Very excellent. It's got a bit of flow more than the other two. It's got a bit of intrigue. It's got that coziness feeling. It's got my favorite instruments in them.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know. It looks like the chat is kind of in agreement with us. I did watch Interstellar, by the way, but I don't remember it too well either. It was really confusing, as I remember, right?
It was really beautifully made. There's a lot of good. A
Beautifully
lot of stuff.
confusing.
Um, I didn't find it that confusing. I just loved the grand scale that it was made on. I love the planet, the weird planet that they went to, and I think there's a lot to like in that movie for sure.
Bit of the music reminds me from Quest for Glory 2. Which parts? Because we're definitely using Quest for Glory 1. We referenced the Goblin
Mm-hmm.
area, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yes.
Well, let me play it if I can.
Ronald Draxler's going for the Alexander Graham Bell. Bell. KQ6. I hope not. Yes. It sounds really good with that instrument, actually.
Yeah, I think we're there. I mean, we could try, you know, it doesn't really change anything. I like where we're at.
Yep. I think it's excellent. I love the little touch of that stuff you added in at the end.
I don't think it needs much more than that, right?
No, 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 no. I like the drone, the flute drone. I like the did the diddle-da. Mhm.
Is this background for active gameplay or cutscene? Can we answer that?
This
It's
it's
gonna be looped.
it's going to be looped, so it's going to be in a part where the player is like actively doing stuff, and and completely depending on how long the player takes, I suppose.
It's not
Or I
really a cutscene.
No, no, not a cutscene.
Is the biggest cutscene in the game gonna be the intro?
Yes.
Probably by far, right?
Yeah, intro and maybe like the outro, but I think the
Epilogue,
intro is going to
outro.
be more of it. Actually, maybe I should make the outro more because more people will see that than the intro.
You think
People don't
so?
watch intros. People don't watch intros, do they?
I always wonder that because like I guess with a song it's different. The song's only a couple of minutes long. A game like this would take you a certain number of hours to play, and then we'll
Hmm.
have crazy guys like we watched a couple of weeks ago speed running through it, and they'll figure out a
Yes.
way to speed run the game. They'll probably figure out a glitch or two, and then figure out a way to speed run right to the end of the game. So long as Julia remembers not to use her teleporting
Oh my goodness.
cheat codes in the actual build, only in her build. Um, but yeah, I think there'll be people speed running it and stuff. So will they watch the intro? I guess they won't watch the intro at all. You'll see the outro more.
What's the current world record for the Crimson Diamond demo? I don't know. That's a very good question.
Probably right now we're you can speed run Phantasmagoria in 7.5 minutes. Jeez.
Wow.
Well, they were speed running. Was it Quest for Glory 1? We were watching a speed run
Yes.
of,
Yes.
and then
Oh, a
King's
while back.
Quest 6,
Yes.
and they sped run it in what, a couple minutes. It
Well,
was
Quest for Glory 1, it was definitely in a few minutes. I don't know if we
yeah.
saw the ending to King's Quest 6.
Did we not see the ending of it?
I
You
don't think
missed.
so because they were on the labyrinth area. They're trying to like do some stuff in the labyrinth, as far as I remember. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just I don't think the outro will be as involved with as many different kinds of scenes in it because the intro actually does have a bunch of different scenes in it.
Right.
But I don't know. It completely depends.
Yeah. A nice outro is like a
Hmm.
reward. Yeah, exactly. You can speed run Mist. I don't like Mist, but that's okay.
I'm not big on Mist either.
Mist is a groundbreaking game that I don't really care about.
Yeah, because I like characters too, and I like interaction and dialogue and stuff, and Mist kind of isn't like that.
We love
So
Mist.
not big
To
on
make
it.
TCD speedrun friendly, allow typing while walking.
Ah, ha, ha.
That's tough. When you
Yeah,
start
that's
doing
tough.
that, that
Yeah.
starts to mess with code and
Hmm.
you know. I'll tell you what. I'll report that as a ticket in QA,
Ha.
and I'll run it up the chain to the CEO and see what they say.
I wonder how much of overhaul that would be if it might not even be one because I might maybe I'll just need to set it so when you got the text parser window open the game doesn't
It would
pause or
mess with the
something.
timers, wouldn't it?
Um, there, yeah. Well, there aren't a lot of timers in the game.
Quest
Like the
for
ones that
Glory
are
2, you can't walk while typing. Neither can you
no, you
can Quest
can't.
for Glory
No,
1, same.
no.
What games can
Yeah,
you walk while typing? The original King's Quest?
yeah.
King's Quest
One,
1 through
two,
3?
three.
4 is a
Yeah.
dialogue box, right? And
Yes. Four is a dialogue
the
box.
remake of 1 is not a point and click. It's still a text parser,
Mm.
isn't it?
King's Quest 4 AGI. You can type while walking. Interesting. Space Quest one, two, three.
AGI. Yeah.
AGI, yeah, AGI.
There you go. That answers that.
Mm,
Um yeah, I don't know.
but no, I guess they'll just have to contend with that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um,
No, Dave, or the Royal Canadian Museum is destroyed in an alien attack in
mm,
chapter 4, I think.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
There's a
mm-hmm.
lot of aliens in this game.
Yep.
If you guys have ever played X Files, this makes X Files look like a snuggle fest.
That's why we have the gun and run
The gun,
part.
run and gun. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Run
gun.
and gun
Right?
part.
I don't have the term proper. Is it
Trust no one.
run and gun, run and gun, or gun and run, run
Only
and gun?
finished the demo. He's pissed off. I ruined the whole game for him. But not the SCI parser
Yeah.
games. Right. So in King's Quest 1, the EGA version was, or I guess they were both EGA, weren't they? You
The
have
King's
the,
the King's One AGDI remake.
no, not the remake. There's two versions of King's Quest 1 that were both Sierra
Oh,
published.
I don't
Both were
know.
EGA. One was like the blocky EGA, and one had the nice dithering and things like that. What do you
Hmm.
call the style difference? Is there a name for it?
Well, the AGI was blockier, and the SCI was the nice one by
I
one
guess that's it.
pixels.
There's
Yeah.
just the AGI versus SCI, but they were both EGA games.
Okay.
And in fact, if somebody wants to redeem a thing, I think I have both copies. I think I have both EGA games. Eden Waste version. You shouldn't be able. You shouldn't be allowed to redeem stuff. I can't do that though because you're still a mod. All right. Let me see if I can find it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go to
Yes.
Julia only, and
Oh
she can
gosh.
talk about
Okay.
she can talk a little bit more about maybe the necklace.
I don't got anything else to say about the necklace. Oh my goodness.
So then
Oh no.
talk about the game.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm still I'm still polishing off chapter 4 because I kind of had to overhaul the game design of it a little bit. But it's going really well. And yeah, like I said, Francisco helped me with some code that was not necessarily related directly to chapter 4, but just as an overall type of thing. I would love for the game to be played completely by with a keyboard and not having to touch your mouse at all. We'll have to see if I can get it to that state. I think it should be fine. But that's just a side thing I'm working on as I finish up chapter 4, and then do some feedback stuff, and then move on to chapter 5. There's still so much of the game to develop. I don't know when it'll be done, but I'm hoping sometime next year. Really,
So sadly,
yeah.
it looks like I lied.
Don't lie.
I only have this version,
Which is
which is actually the probably the second version of the game.
it looks really good. It's in good shape.
It's in good shape because I think it's a slash release, which is like not a desirable
What's that
copy to
mean?
own. It usually means that they skimped on the manual or skimped on the something. Yeah, they skimped on the manual in this one.
Amasmus says art stream next week. Yes, Amasmus, it should be art stream next week. We'll be returning to the old man and his fish. I think we've made a lot of progress on it so far, and hopefully we can be pretty much finished it.
And look, this is I always think of myself. I always put myself in Ken Williams' shoes when this happens, but it's probably wasn't his responsibility. Somebody else's, one of his production people.
Oh, I see the white and blue discs.
The
Yeah,
white and blue
yeah,
discs, like, hey, we only have blue discs. We
right.
ran out of white discs for disc 1 or for disc 2 and 3. Yeah, just use whatever we got in the back.
So, which ones
That
are more
kind of thing.
desirable?
What? Of the
Both?
versions of this game? The most
Yeah.
desirable version of this game is the PC Junior version.
Okay.
So I don't even have the manual for this. But this is some kind of slash version of the game. Wow, I thought I owned the pretty EGA one,
Oh,
but I don't. I
no,
only
don't say
own
the pretty one.
only
AGI is pretty too.
the uglier of the two. Well, I actually played through the AGI one, not the SCI, but the discs did say SCI.
Yeah, musically inspired said that is the pretty one, Dan.
Let's see. Did I show off this? There's
I
Roberta.
like that. I like those graphics better. I do.
These ones?
I agree with Brandon. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, you can see that they stuck with the same style of box though for each game. But
Are
these
you being serious?
well, yes. It's the same
Oh, the bandolier.
yeah, whatever you want to call that with the
Whatever
sleeve.
those. What is it called? It's not called a bandolier.
The
What is it called?
sleeve and the
sleeve.
I don't know.
I think it's called bandolier.
You
I
can
was gonna say
see you
mandolier.
can see inside
Um,
that both of the boxes are identical.
bandolier boxes. Uh, no, it's not called a
AGI,
bandolier.
the AGI box. Yeah, I actually have a version of Space Quest that's like that too.
Okay, okay. Brandon said, well, not to burst my bubble, but I actually meant seriously. That is the remake disc, but in the AGI box. The box lies.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
the
the
discs
S.
say
It
SCI.
says
Yeah, I see.
SCI.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's
yeah,
weird. Oh,
yeah.
Ronald Dragsta. I didn't see that. Get back to work. Well, the good thing is, I think. Oh, gosh, I think we're actually done with the work.
But just because he did redeem, why don't we quickly play all three, and
Okay,
that'll be your get back to work thing.
we'll save this. Let's
Yes,
go to
please.
intrigue track. This is number 1. Cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
intrigue track 1. Intrigue track 2. That's cool.
Excellent. Yes.
And intrigue track 3, which is another different vibe altogether.
Yep.
Yeah, it's menacing enough,
Hmm.
but it's not too menacing.
It's gently menacing.
Gently menacing,
Hmm.
soothingly menacing.
Yes.
I'll put that back later. Um, yeah. So I think we're about as far as we need to get in this.
It's fantastic.
And I subtly flowy, subtly hinting at menace.
Yes. Massimo says, I think these are excellent and will fit the game well. I agree.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. That's what we want.
No, Ronald Drags just says if it's done, it's done. Don't worry about my crazy
Hmm.
redeem. No, I'm worried about your crazy redeem. It's important to be able to
Hmm.
interact properly with the audience here. I think that's the whole point of Twitch, isn't it? Who
Yeah.
made the comment before that it's better for the thing to not be talking heads? Because I totally agree with that statement. It totally should be this, or
This.
at the very least some kind of animation if we're going to be talking heads. It was you, Mouse Miss, right? Yeah, totally right. Keep reminding us, please. You know, I know you're here most of the time. Keep reminding us. We are, especially me, am interested in, like, you know, hey, am I doing this wrong? Let me fix it, or let me figure out a better way to do it. Get those streamer panels up. What are those?
We don't know anything. Oh my gosh.
You mean like the label? You know what I thought about in this particular screen? I thought about having in the black area,
Hmm.
like the names, maybe on one Julia's name, on one my name, and just information about the game or contact info, like Twitter
Yeah, I
info
do
or
that. I do
something.
that on mine
You do,
for
right?
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yours looks better. Yep, some of Julia's art. Well, maybe I could just,
The GIF
steal.
of the Roland MP32. We could just
Not
pop
even.
up there.
Well, we could put that too, but I was just gonna say, like, can I steal your font and
Yeah,
type in
yeah,
some stuff?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Something
Totally
like
do
that
that.
might be
Yep.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I can give you the fonts.
Yeah, or whatever. Just have it would instantly stand out, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Like,
Yeah, I can give you some assets and things.
Crimson Tuesday, something like that.
Oh yeah, some kind of like logo graph or something.
Happy Crimson Tuesday. It doesn't even have to be crazy as long as it's just colorful
Hmm.
and the font, cuz you made the font, right?
I made the font. I don't even use the font on my own streams. Usually.
Really? I
No,
guess it
no,
doesn't
only for
matter
title
cuz
streams.
we're not selling it,
Yeah.
but um yeah, to use the font would be cool because it's your thing. So that would be cool.
Yeah, like the logo and the font and the Nancy little emoji that I put up, her little head peeks up at the bottom or top or side. I
Some of
do any
those
of that
things would
stuff.
be cool. Like,
Yeah, I can send you a bunch.
you
You can
know how
use whatever you
Dr.
want.
Mikachu has carrot space and she has all these
Oh
cool shark
yes.
interruption things,
Yes.
and Jimbal's I can't even talk about because he's too advanced for us, but
Yeah.
he's way too advanced.
Yeah. Well,
Dr.
I
Mikachu is
wouldn't even say
also
one
too
day.
advanced.
Yeah, she's too advanced too. I wouldn't even say one day we'll be there because we won't.
Maybe we can aspire to her more than we can aspire to Jimbal's is unreachable, unattainable, which is okay. We don't want to be him. We want him to be him.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Um,
not gonna be
Now,
there.
speaking of that,
Mm.
since he is not streaming tonight, we can't actually raid him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, guess who's doing a first playthrough of Secret of Monkey Island? Our
Who?
buddy the Renaissance.
Oh, that's right. I've rated Ran a few times because of that. I'm like, yes,
Uh,
this has to happen.
so we've
Yeah.
done that already. So let's do this. Let's let's watch and see. Let's take a look. As we always do, we'll see if anybody's streaming the Crimson Diamond. Well, yes, as a matter of fact, one person is, but it's me.
Yeah.
So nobody else in the directory. How about do we have another game that we could think of? Loom?
We usually say that or
Nobody's doing Loom.
Loom or Lamplight City
Ooh, Lamplight.
or even like I think someone mentioned in chat that Retrograde Tom, but he doesn't stream at this time, but Retrograde Tom has been streaming Zach McCracken, which is kind of awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, he's not live right
Yeah,
now.
he's not live right now. We don't tend to line
What
up
about
the lives.
Corruption Within?
Or is anyone playing If on a Winter's Night for Travelers?
Metroid
That
Prime Corruption.
that
Oh,
game
that's
that
a
just
good
came out?
idea. Winter's Night. If on a winter's night for
Hmm.
travelers.
Yeah.
Nope. Wow.
Wow. That game looks amazing. Someone has to be playing it right
Somebody's got
now.
to be playing it.
Oh. I need to play
Jeez,
it.
I should just buy it and stream it. Well, I can't even buy
Yeah.
it, right?
No, it's free, free. But you can buy like the supporter pack for $4 or $5 Canadian, which is probably like $3 American or
Played a
something.
bit of the well, I don't know. What do you think, guys? We were gonna end the stream, but should I just sit here and play the game a little bit? I've never done that.
You totally should.
I could. I know Julia is actually gonna jump off shortly,
Yes.
but should we just buy the game? Let's take a poll. How do you do a poll? There's a way to do a
I
poll, right? I don't remember how to do it. Poll/poll.
don't
No.
know.
There's a slash poll, is
Okay,
it?
there is a slash poll.
Okay. Poll. Okay. Stream, yes. No. Oh, I can't put hell no. It's gonna oh well. Should we make you use channel points? No.
No.
2-minute poll. Let's put it up.
Ooh.
Boom.
Okay, should I buy the game and play it on stream? The game,
Did it
yes.
come up?
Yes, it did.
Should I buy the game? I didn't put the whole title in there because
No,
it's too long.
but the game we were talking about, this game, I'll just put it back into thing. The itch one.
Okay, let me put it on here.
And it's also on the Steam.
The Steam.
On the Steam. And I'll get that one as well.
I
The
feel
link
like I
for the
gotta
Steam.
play it on, buy it on Steam first, just because that's the easiest way to do it. It
Sure,
might take a
and
little
you
longer.
could get the supporters pack for $4.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking I was gonna do.
Yeah.
No one's going to downvote it. Why not? We got 6 votes for yes. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that.
Should. It looks beautiful.
Okay. Winter's Night. Oops. If on a winter's night for travelers,
Maximus, you probably do want to play it yourself later. That's
add
true.
all DLC to cart. Purchase for myself. My PayPal. Yes. Okay, I gotta enter my PayPal in here.
Yeah, just say that out loud. Your PayPal password.
My password is password.
Okay.
Plus, I have 2-factor authentication, so it wouldn't make a difference.
Oh, it's no fun.
Yeah, that's no fun, is it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, I think I got it.
Fantastic.
Save and continue. I agree.
You agree.
Purchase. Boom. Install content. Oh yeah, hopefully this game won't take a long time to install, because if that happens, let's see.
Let's
If,
see.
what's the title? If. Oh, here we go. Nope, shouldn't take long at all.
Cool.
There we go. We got 7 people voted yes. That's 100%.
100%.
It's no longer 2-factor if your password is known. Is that password with a capital P? Yes. Yes. I think that's it. I think that's what we're going to do.
Awesome.
Okay. So, Julia, thank you
Yes.
for being here as always. I'm going to
Yes.
switch up this.
Thank you for
stream
your work.
information.
It was awesome as always. And I'll see you guys next week for Art Stream. We'll work on the same scene we've been working on every time for the past, I don't know, forever. Yeah, so see you guys then.
Bye, Julia. Thank you.
Bye. Have a great week, you guys. And it's awesome to see you guys. Okay, bye for now.
Okay, sweet. So let's do this. Why not?